Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form, winners of 6 of their last 8. Meanwhile, for the visit, the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1, and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. There's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and he's taking care of that early.
The numbers from a week ago for Pickens.
6 catches.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 7 yards there and a first down. Fields now to throw.
But it's caught. Tompkins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
That is incomplete.
Was trying to find Jahan Dotson.
And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
First down there, but it's incomplete.
That's only they were just trying to make second down, second and short.
And
I think they thought the coverage was
and
a
on
little
the
bit more
first
than
day,
it was.
I guess
Nice
he
job
asked
there
for
pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
in advance.
second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, I overheard that. I'm like,
third and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
and so I guess
Able to find the open man.
Boston.
That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
he drives by.
I'll tell you what, third and 10, you look over, and you've got the punt team getting loose on the
Goes up the hill a little bit,
Except
stop.
it's added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of
Wait for me
incompletions,
to come up there.
third time's the charm as they get the hook up here.
Does he
Pick up the
expect me to
first
come
down.
up there, but he stopped there? I'm like, no, look, yeah, probably. Let you go.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Good paperwork.
These are his numbers from last week's contest.
And,
23 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a
On the
horrendous
back,
week last week
dude's
running the
fucking
ball,
yelling
but
at
definitely
me.
room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Music around here. Why you got fucking
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Forwarders there.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
Forwarders.
And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They're like, no. He's like,
Now here's Mahomes.
Here, why you
He
grabs the shovel from him.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as
he
his
don't
defense
shovel
is
like
unable
this
to hold.
here.
It's
At
a
this
7-yard
fucking
gain there on 3rd and
God
2.
damn it. And gives the shovel back to him. Starts walking, and I don't know if he said something to him. He walks around, he turns around and goes, I paid you more than you should have gotten
Handoff as they
for
run
your
the
pay.
counter play.
He's like,
And
you know
down to
what?
44, 5
Fuck
yards
you.
that time.
Give me the fucking
The
shovel.
Chiefs
Grab
at
the shovel
6
from
and 2
him.
to start
He goes,
play.
you know what?
They come in playing
We don't
really
need
well
to
on
go
both
to
sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8
We
CDs.
don't need
I
to
thought
be
they
here
played pretty
anymore.
well last
That's
week.
his
Their
job.
execution,
So you
their
might just
discipline,
pack
their
it up,
resilience,
get the fuck out of my
display
fucking
in that
land.
victory.
You look at the
Yeah, I'm
Steeler
just sitting going.
defense. They come into this one ranked number 17.
Because he is
so
walking up
just
and he had
starting the
his
bottom half
his
of the
phone.
league against the
He's
pass.
playing.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the
Yeah.
quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the
Oh,
league in
he's fine.
sacks.
And he will have a Chiefs first
Don't
down.
worry,
They
me.
needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And shit,
Well,
yeah,
that
I
was big
guess he
right
was
there
bad
because
with it
they're the
anyway and
bottom
stuff like
5 in the
that.
league in converting on
Yeah,
third down.
overheard that
They needed
shit,
that pickup
and
in
I
a big
fucking
way.
heard
There
that.
were 2 things they
I'm
said
just
they
like,
wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover
but
battle, and the
he's
second,
fired.
third down conversions.
Third
So
down
they got
job.
one there. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I mean, he fucking
We've
yelled
seen
at
quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it. Occasionally, you break a tackle and turn it to a bigger
Yeah,
game.
you can sit my ass.
Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's sharp. Will be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, we can. I mean, we can.
Hands it off out of the
But
gun.
he said you
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Big black couch on the sidewalk.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Garage,
They
get
fake
it out,
the give. Now Mahomes.
Pong table in there.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the
cornhole.
table as it's
Oh,
fourth
fuck
down.
yeah. You're gonna have it all set up for no kids and shit like that. The pool, they can pick the pool.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
And
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the
It's going to be so fucking fun. Cool game.
Back to throw.
Yada. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be kids.
Man open, but he missed him, and it's
there's going to be kids.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Driveway,
fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early.
Oh yeah, I think way more than that. Paying about $400 or $500 paycheck. And my check should have been at least $2,000 if they're only 12.
Make the playoffs. Number 2, win
So,
your division. Number 3,
so that's a lot of fucking money they're taking out. My first paycheck, that's a lot of fucking money they're taking out.
You don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's good.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
I don't.
Now Mahomes.
No, I'm saying.
And his throw
Don Newsom is going to raise it fucking pretty high.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, you think he's not
to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Stick to her.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
You better hurry and do
Charles,
it.
if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December.
5 minutes.
We're only in November. But they would go that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Fields. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out here with the option left. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
He didn't even have lunch. He didn't hit.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw here, taken in by Knox.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Let's put that boy. Let's put that shit fucking back on.
Down there.
Holy shit.
A gain of
That's way
5,
fucking
good enough for the first down.
Freeman stuff. Oh, yeah.
Mahomes now to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Fields throw complete to Freiermuth.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Fields. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Yeah, find out what's going on.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Sharp. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this one is right through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the 35, here's the second down and 6.
At the 35-yard line.
To throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Fields. He's across midfield.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line.
Meanwhile, Fields throw complete to Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
Throwing again is Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Play action. It's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
To throw is Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Fields throwing again.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Devin Singletary from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a proven drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Leia,
On the handoff,
let me
it's
join you,
Singletary.
please.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
That markers come in. Who is this against? Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Here's Fields.
Guys, man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
From 4 yards out.
And the Steelers have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that 1st half. And the scoreboard reflected that. But they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room because they've made some nice adjustments and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good 1st half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before.
The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
This now a 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustments, or sometimes is it guys just sticking better to the game plan?
I think the latter, and I love how you brought that up because we always want to credit, oh, they adjusted here and they made this change there. Sometimes it's just executing what they worked on in practice all week much better. In this case, I think it's a combination. They found a different part of their playbook, and it's working really well for them.
Working extremely well at this point. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Back to throw, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
But it looks Looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves starting to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now in Pittsburgh.
Fields on 3rd down.
It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise, but there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
He's got this to Pickens.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
On 1st down, Fields finding Pickens for another catch.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Fields.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try to get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Sharp. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
58 yards rushing now for Singletary, and he's got a 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Singletary again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got
runner, and you've already dropped it once. If there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And his kick is indeed good, and that would extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
KC's offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
One final try for Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often